What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the TwoHotToHandlePodcast. You got myself, Junaid.
And I'm Faris.
And yeah, man, I just want to start off by apologising.
Why?
We've been missing for a few weeks.
Why is it always you that's apologising for, man? It's always you. It's always Junaid. Nobody else. It's always Junaid. I don't know why.
I'm apologising normally on Faris's behalf. However, this time it was my fault. So it's not really my fault. I've been unwell, guys. So I don't know if you can tell by my voice. I'm still sort of recovering. Not 100% better yet.
So what's basically happened is that Junaid forgot to pay his tax. So the tax his voice.
Tax, yes. Crazy. Tax my voice. So what happened is I was quite unwell. I've been unwell for over 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Lost my voice as well, hence why even if I wanted to record, I couldn't, because I would have been whispering like this. Yeah. And you don't want to hear that for a full episode. Crazy. So yeah, man,
it was actually really funny, you know.
Why was it funny?
It was funny that you almost died. It wasn't funny that you almost died.
I was bad, guys. I was pretty
it was funny is when I think you rang me once and I couldn't hear you.
I think you rang me.
I rang you, yeah. I rang you and I think I was at work. I rang him and just to check up on him and bro, I thought there was something wrong with the phone. There was like bare static and that kind of stuff.
So everyone was saying that to me. They were getting pissed off, like they're calling me.
Yeah.
And I can't talk. Like I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And no one can actually hear me. Like so. Yeah, it was just I was whispering, so everyone was getting a bit annoyed. But it is what it is.
We're back now. It's back now.
That's all that matters. Consistency going forward, inshallah.
2025.
Yeah, man. It's our year.
That's
our year.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, man. So. Yeah, man. I want to start by, so our last podcast episode, when we had Bassam on, shout out Bassam.
Yeah.
We said that we're going to do a giveaway.
Yes. You man blew that up, you know. Whether we asked for, man, you man actually hit that target.
We didn't hit the likes.
How much likes did you get?
25. We asked for 30.
No, got more than that?
No, I think we're on 25 likes. But it's alright. We'll let them off.
Yeah,
the views you hit over 300.
Yeah, that kind of made up for it. So.
Yeah, so yeah, man, and the socials, everyone blew that up, so that was good. So we'll start with the giveaway. So obviously, we asked everyone to comment AOB baby.
Yeah. AOB.
So whoever's commented, we've got them in a name generator. Faris has got it on his phone. So right here, right now, live and direct, we will find out the winner. So Faris, when you're ready, press the button. Spin the wheel.
Spin.
And let us know who it lands on. Do we need a drum roll?
The winner is Bella.
Bella.
Shout out Bella.
That's Bella Says Meow.
Yeah.
You have won, so DM us or message us on socials and we'll sort that out with you. I'll get your details and stuff. We'll chat to our boy Bassam and we'll get them prizes sent over to you. So congrats. Round of applause for Bella.
We also didn't tell you, Bella, is that you're going to have a trim from Bassam and you're going bald.
I think Bella's a girl. So unlucky Bella. Unless you want that, then congrats. Game's the game. We'll get Bassam sent over to you. So banging.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get on with the episode, man. So today I want to talk about a subject that's very close to my heart and also Faris's heart.
Yes.
So today we want to speak about Palestine.
Yeah, so guys, after 467 days of basically what's happened in Gaza, alhamdulillah, between the Israel government and Hamas, they have decided to come to a ceasefire.
Alhamdulillah. So yeah, so as of very recently, last few days, there's been a ceasefire put in place.
Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, that's good news. So yeah, man.
Do you know what it was, bro? Do you know, obviously when all this happened, and obviously I was going through social media and everything, and the kids that were celebrating for the ceasefire, you know.
Everyone's, all I've been seeing on
cars and the videos and everything,
media,
people were celebrating, man. And there was one Donny, where he was a news reporter, and obviously he was wearing like the bulletproof vest, and obviously had a helmet and that. He goes, alhamdulillah, now I can finally take it off.
Subhanallah, man. It's crazy. So for those who don't know, there's been a conflict in Palestine. It's been going on for many, many years. Recently picked up more traction due to what we describe as essentially a genocide or mass murdering of Palestinians. Over the last, how many days was it?
467.
467 days. So in this period, thousands and thousands of Palestinian civilians died in what Israel was saying was them targeting Hamas. But it was just many civilians that unfortunately passed away. So the ceasefire has been put in place.
Alhamdulillah, man.
So we just want to touch on that today. Going back to when it all sort of started, initially this sort of conflict started in 1947. Jews were expelled from Europe. And the British had a sort of treaty in place for the Jews to be taken in by Palestine, which Palestine did with open arms.
So obviously, even though it was colonized, they still obviously it was still named Palestine. So there was no Israel, nothing at all.
So at the time, it was obviously just Palestine. The Palestinians were more than happy to welcome these European Jews into Palestine, because you can go back and see pictures and videos of the Jews coming on boats and Palestinians lining up ready to welcome them off these boats and welcoming them into Palestine. So yes, that's what initially happened. From there, over time, the Jews sort of felt like they didn't own their sort of land in Palestine and wanted more land and settlement for the Jews. And then from there, they've sort of over those, since 1948, which is the Nakba, which is just basically...
So that's when 1948 is when so-called Israel bullied their way into the state, basically.
So they sort of started taking over Palestinian settlements, so Palestinian homes and towns, to the point where many Palestinians had to evacuate. I think over 750,000 Palestinians had to leave their homes due to just being murdered, essentially. And out of fear, they moved out, and then the Jews sort of moved in. This has continued to the point where if you look at a map of Palestine now and the state of Israel, you can see that Israel is the majority part of what was then Palestine in terms of land. The Palestinians are sort of just being restricted to Gaza, the West Bank, Ramallah, just a few sort of areas.
And what the most saddening thing was obviously when all this first kicked off. Okay, I believe it was October the
11th or 7th.
Was it 7th? I think it was 7th. October the 7th when it all kicked off.
I can't do maths, so I can't go back 467 days. But that October.
Yeah, I think it was October the 7th when it first kicked off. Okay, bearing in mind, okay, this has been happening for a while. Okay, where obviously the killings and obviously the killing obviously children, women, and obviously men, innocent people that were getting killed out there. This has been happening for a while. It's so it just blasted up on the news and became so much of a trending thing, where they decided to fight back.
Okay? Yeah, it's so.
And how can you, not fight back for something that was yours?
So what has sort of happened is it's become sort of a political debate on social media, where you see people like Piers Morgan getting people on debating sort of this issue from sort of our point of view. So me and Faris will always speak our mind. We believe strongly in our beliefs, and we'll always stick by that. And obviously our point of view is in favour of the Palestinians and the Palestinian people. So we don't really see it as much of a debate. We just see it as a genocide. It's not a political thing for us. It's just Israel sort of bullying and committing this genocide and mass murder of innocent Palestinian people for their own personal gain. So there was nothing in our eyes for there to be a debate about. However, on social media there has been a lot of political debates going on. regarding this.
Yeah, and obviously, like, think about it. Like, take it for an example now. You've got a house. You've invited someone to live in your house now. You get me? And then they decided to overrun that.
Over time, like they started taking over the rooms in my house.
There you go.
I've given them a bedroom to sleep in.
And then all of a sudden they'll be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. This is no longer your house now. This is my house.
Yeah, which is what
this
happened.
This is basically exactly what's happened in Palestine, basically.
Yeah, that's a good
and then
analogy.
It's come to the point now, okay, where, you know, to take over Palestine and Gaza, that you've decided to start killing innocent children, okay, innocent women,
elderly,
the elderly too,
men, where
you've had to bomb schools, hospitals, houses,
the whole settlement areas, to the point where sort of the Palestinians were living in camps.
Yeah.
So obviously their houses were getting bombed, their towns were getting bombed. So what could they do? The only thing they could retreat to other areas, which they did, and living in camps to the point where the camps were getting bombed.
Yes.
So this was the sort of situation. Now Israel said it was all to find and kill Hamas members. Where would you find Hamas members in schools and mosques and hospitals and camps? Like is you can't justify killing tens of thousands of innocent people to kill one or two Hamas members.
For me personally, I draw the line where you're killing children and you're killing women.
I'll draw the line where any innocent life is taken.
Where innocent life taken, but when it comes to the point where, you know, like babies, man, children,
honestly,
babies.
The videos on social media. This is the thing: the media will never portray how it should be shown. Obviously, the media has their own.
And you know what it is? The fact that it took, 467 days. Absolutely disgusting.
And this, to be honest, we need to see if this ceasefire holds. There was talks of ceasefires previously, and they didn't hold. So Israel saying that they're willing to do a ceasefire is one thing. They need to show now that you know what, they're actually gonna do this ceasefire and stop killing the Palestinian people. So this is where it started. It was like so Hamas is what the Palestinians would probably call freedom fighters. So they're there. This is from the Palestinian point of view. They're there to protect the Palestinians and their land, which if you're looking at it from that point of view, they have every right. So if someone came to your land and your towns and started sort of bombing it and trying to take over it, you'd stand up for yourself, would you not? So,
there you go.
But obviously from the Israel point of view, they're a terrorist group.
Yeah.
So they've been trying to kill Hamas and have just been killing innocent people with them, which is obviously wrong. It should be wrong in everyone's eyes. To be honest.
You know what it was. Okay, at the end of the day, they've killed all these innocent people and that, but they don't know what's waiting for them in the afterlife. Do you understand? Like people they had that much resilience, where they had that much iman. The iman was so strong, and they had that so much strong beliefs. They were like, Allah will deal with them in the afterworld.
And you know what it is? From the outside point of view, to us, it looks like a test for Palestine and the Palestinian people. However, in reality, it's probably more of a test for us.
Yes.
Who are safe and sound. The rest of the Muslim Ummah. It's probably more of a test for us to see what we can do to support the Palestinians. Because if this is they're getting killed and they're innocent people, inshallah they'll die as martyrs, shaheeds. You get me? So there's not many better deaths as a Muslim. Do you know what I mean? So it's not really a test for them. They're in our day and age, they're the people.
In my eyes, this might be a bit whoa, they are so lucky, because they are guaranteed Jannah.
This is what I'm saying. I'm completely in agreement with you from that
honestly
point.
If I went to Jannah, that's where you need to be.
It's more of a test for us.
Yeah.
These people, the suffering that they're going through in this world, they'll be rewarded for.
They'll be rewarded in the afterlife. That's it.
Man. So
inshallah.
Whereas us, we're comfortable and we're living freely, and it's more of a test for us. What can we do to help them? Because one day we'll have to answer for this.
We will.
In the akhirah, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us, what did you do to help?
Yeah.
the people of Palestine, your
And
brothers
the fact
and
that,
sisters.
like, where are, where's their humanity, where is their dignity, where's their respect in terms of, like, these kids now who are orphans. Do you understand? They've lost they've lost the mom, the dad, the siblings. Probably there was this one point, I think there's one video that where the whole building collapsed and they found, like, two kids, and the guy was basically hugging his little sister, but they both died though, and they found him while he was hugging his sister.
The iman is so strong. I've seen
Correct.
videos of, like, say, like a family trapped in rubble after being bombed, and you can hear kids in there. Like, there was one video that I'm speaking about specifically. There was a young girl, and they're recording. They're trying to get her out of this rubble. They're digging, and she's saying, I'm okay. I'm not hurt. I'm just stuck.
Yeah.
Go find my family. Go find my family, bro. This is the iman, bro. If any of us were stuck in that situation, we'd be saying, "Yo, get us out!" Like, you know what I mean? And they're saying, "No, go help them. I'm okay." Do you know what I mean? Subhanallah. Man.
And, like, imagine them, man. But, like, I was still seeing videos of them praying. Do you get me? No matter where it was, on the rubble, wherever, but they were still praying. Okay, they were still keeping their fasts. Okay,
no food, no water.
They were still soldiering through Eid. Okay, but one thing that kind of broke my heart was that imagine the amount of funerals that they had to.
And these were probably just groups.
Yeah.
Funerals read in groups, a number of people there. It's to the point where bodies were unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Bombed that severely that, and the hospitals were overwhelmed. And the thing was, they were restricting the Gazans in terms of
aid,
but within their own. So obviously they had all got pushed out to sort of Gaza and like the West Bank and what have you. But then they were getting pushed in Gaza, so they were bombing the north and saying to everyone retreat to the south. Yeah. So now you've got how many hundreds of thousands or millions of Gazans in a small area. If they've bombed the north, how many hospitals are there in the south? How many injured people do you have going to these hospitals? The hospitals were overwhelmed. You've got children awaiting surgery and they've got open wounds and everything.
Yeah. They basically played very dirty. Very, very, very dirty.
You're right, because they cut aids, so foreign aids. The Egyptians were trying to get aids in, and they wouldn't let them get past the border. They were stopping the trucks.
Even the ambulances too and everything.
Ambulances, they were cutting water supplies, electricity supplies, everything. So this is why, in our point of view, is a genocide.
Yeah.
Describe a genocide. This is how you would describe it. This is
genocide. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They weren't concentration camps.
I don't know. But, I don't know how I don't know how people especially from the Israeli perspective, how they went on with their lives and still going on with their lives, knowing that they've killed innocent children and women.
This is the other thing. It was that it's that severe, and I feel like in Israel you'd see Tel Aviv, and they're out there partying and living normal lives, and you go a couple of 100 miles down the road, and you've got children dead in the street, getting bombed, getting sniped, getting shot at for no reason.
No reason.
Just for
just
the
for
sake
fun.
of
That's what it was.
It became sport for the Israeli
it's disgusting.
soldiers.
Absolutely, just disgusted, man.
So inshallah, this ceasefire upholds.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a victory.
And you know what it is?
For the Palestinians.
What I also want to say is that shout out to all the Muslim brothers and sisters, okay, that done all the boycotting, okay, and set up so much charity organisations, whether it was big or whether it was small, it was little. May Allah accept it from us here, but that all helped.
Of course, every little thing helps.
Every little thing helped, and the fact that we raised so much awareness, okay, the protesting. These little charity organisations that they did, whether it would be selling, Palestine hoodies, caps,
every little thing.
With
the donations of just normal hardworking people, Muslims and non-Muslims alike.
It was very, very effective, and may Allah accept it for us and may Allah reward us. But I just hope the fact that Palestine now, okay, inshallah they rebuild it better, okay, and inshallah, okay, I really do want to go to Palestine too. And I really want to help them as much as I can. Yeah, honestly, I do.
Of course, we all want to. Yeah, again though, it's difficult.
It's difficult now at the moment. Okay.
This is the problem. So as much as not just us. I'm sure many Muslims are in sort of the same situation as us, where you want to do more, you want to do absolutely whatever you can to help, but we're again restricted. So obviously, for us as well, we're not just saying it, we're not being hypocritical, but we all need to still continue to support Palestine and do as much as we can to help them, whether that's through donations or just raising awareness. Every little thing helps. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Because it got to a point where they were like the ICJ South Africa, and I think it was ICJ. They were sort of saying that Israel committing war crimes, and this is all like done through awareness and things like that, where a number of other countries came out and said, we support that. We support the same stance where we believe it's war crimes.
Yeah, you're right. I completely agree with you. You know, when all the United Nations got together.
Yes.
Okay, but like half the countries there were saying that what you're doing is wrong. It's criminal.
They accepted it as war crime. So on that basis, Netanyahu is essentially a criminal.
He is.
He is because of the war crimes he's committed against the Palestinian people and whoever else is in
I
charge.
heard he's got cancer now.
I heard that.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Allah is the best of all planets.
That's what happens. And I'll be honest with you, you know, that's exactly like prime example, in Islam, the Pharaoh, you know, the Pharaoh, where, you know, he was the big man. He was like, I'm God. Yeah, you guys don't need to worship no God. You need to worship me. You get me?
His pyramid.
Yeah. And, you know, I think it was kind of similar where he was doing this when he was killing innocent slaves and all that kind of stuff. You get me? And then today, Allah has made him a prime example.
And preserved his body
there
for
the
world to see.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a good story, that is. Pharaoh and Musa.
Yeah. Come on, man. Like, you know, may Allah, carry on, grand victory to Palestine.
The Palestinians.
And may Allah, you know, for the ones that have passed away, you know, grant them the highest rank in Jannah. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for them, man. Inshallah, Ameen.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Sensitive topic, man.
Very sensitive.
You know what? It makes me emotional, man, thinking about it. Honestly. And, like, you know what it is? You kind of build, like, in a way, a connection to him.
Mm-hmm.
You see these Palestinians, because a lot of them, you learn their stories and stuff as well. It's more than just, you just see a random Palestinian child getting killed, like Reem, baby Reem. Remember that?
Baby
so
Reem,
there's a big story around her, and her grandfather, who was obviously holding her body, and he said, "She's the soul of my soul." That became sort of a slogan.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of the resistance, and the Free Palestine movement.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of, and I've got a T-shirt as well, with like that. You've seen?
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
It says "Soul of my soul" on there. You know, you see what I mean? Like like you build a connection to these people without even knowing them, man. So like it hurts seeing them. Yeah. And now, unfortunately, Reem's grandfather has passed away. He got killed as well. So
very sensitive topic, but you know, at least, you know, alhamdulillah, we're going in the right direction now. Okay, there's a ceasefire that's happened, and inshallah, hopefully that holds.
This is what we need to hold.
And hopefully, inshallah, Palestine can rebuild obviously what they've lost. I know, you know, it's very difficult.
But this is why we need to still continue to donate. It's more than just.
And
so we're doing it initially for AIDS and stuff for them, but now we need to do it. If this ceasefire holds, we need to do it so that we can provide for them and help them rebuild their lives. Yeah,
and you know what we'll do is that there's a charity which is very close to me. It's called Fountain of Mercy. Okay, we'll pop their link. Okay, in the bio. Okay, they do. Check them out, guys. They do a lot of charity work, especially for Palestine too. A lot of AIDS for women, for children too. So we'll pop it in the bio. Okay, please donate generously. You know,
inshallah,
doesn't have to be massive. You know,
whatever you can.
Whatever you can give, will help.
No amount is too small. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's £1 or £10 or £100,
doesn't matter.
It all adds up at the end of the day. So
and may Allah accept it from us.
I mean, we'll put that link in the bio for you guys as well. And yeah, man, inshallah, Allah grants them victory.
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine, man.
Palestine!
Free Palestine. I would shout, but I can't. My voice isn't.
My
voice isn't quite there yet. So
John just needs to pay the remainder of his tax to get the last bit of his voice.
I'll get taxed so much. It's beyond my voice, man. My tax is too high. I'm moving to Dubai.
Pay your tax, man. What's wrong with you, bro?
I can't afford it. Cost of living crisis and all that.
Crazy.
No, yeah. Okay, yeah, so short and sweet, but we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just want to make this episode just to sort of touch on what's been going on, raise a bit more awareness, and do due diligence where we can. So yeah, man, free Palestine. Free Palestine, man.
Free Palestine.
So yeah, we'll wrap up there.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and until the next time, we out.
Love.